Hey, that was weird. There was no no coffee cup. I'm typing a text uh, to you all in chat. Sorry, I'm late. I was actually texting with some friends of mine, and I'm like, oh God, I'm late. I didn't realize I was 2 minutes late for the show, and here we are. Bad opening, and hey, that's live TV for you, folks. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John. It's Thursday. Been a salty little week here for me. I gotta tell you, I know I've been a little salty this week, and it's okay. I think it's okay to be salty. It's been rough, right? I lost my dad a couple weeks back, 3 weeks back. Come back from that, Chiro goes down, right? We're kind of riding the roller coaster on the Chiro thing for that whole 2 weeks. Then he finally, we lose him on Saturday, and it's like, man, and then you come back, and it's hard to wrestle with all the emotions, right? So I've been a little bit over here all week, and I think it's good. I think it's good to do that every once in a while. I think maybe all the words I chose this week weren't the best, but I think the messaging was really good, and I hope it made you think a little bit. That was the whole point. Make y'all think a little bit. So with that said, let's jump into the show here, and I want to hit a couple of points with you before we go to the table. And I do want to roll some. If I have time today, I'll roll. If you want, by the way, I'm going to set my filter now to PC. You want to talk right to me, just put PC in front of your chats in the live chat. And I got my thing filtered so I can just see your chats. Pardon me, right away. We can have a little Q&A here. Today could actually be all Q&A if you want to. If you have enough things to say to me, then we'll just do all Q&A. You guys got to get off my damn phone over here. Jeez, Alou. How do I turn that off? Focus. Put it on focus mode. Focus, do not disturb. Golly. Those three. I'm talking to some fellow YouTubers, and they're just texting the crap out of me, and ding, 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 ding. Anyway, here we go. Let's jump in. Let's jump in and talk about Chiro real quick. So here's the deal. I don't have any new information, really. I don't know from Crystal yet. I haven't really talked to her. I'm trying to hold off a little bit. So I don't know anything about services or whatever else yet. But I do have two things to show you. One is this. I'm gonna go to a different screen view here and show you something really, really quick. Look, not that. I'm going to go to, where's my browser? There it is. This is, hopefully you can see this. If you go to CGTV, I made a playlist called Midmo Yo's Greatest Hits. Okay. And it's just a convenience thing, right? So basically what I've got in here right now is the 7 that Chiro rolled that day at Casino Quest last year. And I've got a Saturday Night Live Craps that AZ has sent me to this list. What I want this playlist to be, it's not his channel, obviously, right? This is like him appearing on all of our channels, right? The greatest hits of Chiro, the time I want the video when he took his shirt off for the first time on our Fernando's channel. I want that video here, right? As a link to it. So this is a easy way for us to all find all the Chiro stuff, right? That we all agreed is his greatest hits when he's not on his own channel. So if you have those links, send them to me. This playlist will be here. This is not a CGTV thing. We don't get anything out of this. It's just an easy way to have a playlist that we can all bookmark. I asked people to give me some of their favorite Chiro moments, and I got this. Look at this from Big AZ. Look at all those videos he sent me. All the times Chiro was on his channel, here and here, right? A couple more. Some of these are going to be like these when he was on the live craps. Some of those are going to be like his Royal Flush challenges and all those kind of things. So I think this is going to be kind of cool to have a lasting memory of these things. Of course, we're linking in here to his channel and getting back over there. Also, I've been asking people, anybody like Chris from Dice DJ actually did an amazing, if you haven't watched that one, go to Chris's channel. He did a really good tribute to Chiro yesterday, released it last night. And we're tagging things with this. So if you just type in hashtag let's yo for Chiro, C-I-R-O, is how you spell his name. You'll see everybody who's done a video so far who's tagged that hashtag, and we can all just find all the Chiro videos that we've done. Let's yo for Chiro. Now you're getting it like YouTube not knowing what to do. But if we're tagging them with that hashtag, they'll start coming up here, and this whole list will end up being all of our tributes. And I think between this hashtag and that playlist, I think we can give Layla kind of this really cool lasting memory, and I think Crystal as well, of what what her dad and her husband meant to all of us. And so that's gonna be pretty cool. So if you have videos, and I know I'm talking to you, Craig, directly, you can put, yes, you can put AZ's last night, and we'll talk about that in a minute, in there as well, for sure. I know he's been on your show a couple times doing the Let's Beat Craig thing. He's been on my show here. Remember when we had him in Skill and Luck? Remember that segment on the Missouri thing, and they were talking about Uranus fudge and stuff? Like, that's fantastic. That's going on there for sure. Like, those are the kind of things I want as kind of a lasting memory. I don't have access to his channel. Otherwise, I'd put the playlist on his channel, have it all be over there as a one-stop shop. But I don't have that, so we'll do it over here. So if you have favorite moments, I'm john@procrafts.net. Just drop me an email. Send me the links, and I'll add them. I'm going to add all the AZ's links there today. You can also put them in Discord. Either way, get to me fine. On the same note, if you have, you're not a YouTuber, let's say you're just a person, right? Like Frida, great example, right? And you want to do a tribute, pull out your phone, please, and just give me a selfie video. And it'd be better if it was portrait versus landscape, or landscape versus portrait, but give me a selfie video. And I will, I'll put a link in Discord. If you look in Discord in the Midmo Yo channel, I'll put a link in there where you can upload it. I have a Google Drive set up that's wide open. You can just upload your videos there. And what we'll do is we'll take all of your tribute videos and we'll slice them together and make a big one and send it to Crystal to play at his service at the end. So if you can expedite that. I know Frank and Jay Polka, Frank is actually I didn't know this, led a polka band, right? Which is amazing. Because I was talking to him over chat. You know, I grew up, my dad's Jean's mom, Grandma Mary, was there. That's a Polish family. They're all, my family, my mom and my real dad are Italian and Greek, as you can probably tell. My dad, Gene, my stepdad, Gene, and his family, they're all Polacks, right? So Bobby Vinton all the time in that house. You know, I was like, hey, Franco, did you know Bobby Vinton? But anyway, he did a beautiful rendition of Taps on his bugle. Like, well played, like really touching. That, I'm going to chop Chris's poem out, and we're going to use those things to kind of do a little tribute thing. So if you have a video and you want to say something to Crystal or Layla, it could be funny. Doesn't always have to be somber, right? It can be your emotions of the moment, but let's do it. Let's put a thing together. I'll look in Discord. I will put the link out there, and you can please upload the videos this week over the weekend. That would be fantastic. All right, cool. Let's move ahead then and recap some stuff. Paycheck yesterday, 6, 7, 8 wager style. Okay, you're gonna do a cool. DJen said he's gonna pull a separate version of the poem. That's great. Yeah, you sitting and reading it would be awesome. Just try and keep it together if you can, Chris. I know it's gonna be hard to do that. I actually want to film something as well. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I want to. There's something I want to say right to them and to him. Anyway, the 6, 7, 8 yesterday we came back. We won $200 yesterday, and I torched 55 of it, which is fine. We locked up our paycheck, the 120. I actually won 200 and change. I locked up 130 or so of that as a paycheck because I knew that's what I needed. I put the rest of it out there and PSO'd, which is whatever, it's going to happen. So that's why we're down $60. We could have been even. Fine. In 2 days or 3 days of it, we're basically treading water, which is not a surprise. When you're playing the 6, 7, 8, you're going to tread water a lot, right? Up a little, down a little, but never going to be up a lot, down a lot. It's going to be a lot of in here, which is cool. Hopefully today we'll do a little better. One thing I note about this play style is this. It's a hybrid, obviously. If you play it, let me say the right way or smart way, you will tread water most of the time. It's good. It's like a tiger hunting kind of thing. Like you're sitting around waiting. You're not going to get beat up too terribly bad. I got beat up the other day badly because I come out 7'd myself to death and I buckshotted a couple of points. So my don't got destroyed a little bit, but generally speaking, you're going to be here, right? And on a good run, you're going to be really able to elevate. Unlike the dolly, where it was like you play, and all of a sudden you're at paycheck and you're like, well, I'm at paycheck and I have no extra money. What should I do? You have to leave. Here, you can be on a good roll, collect off that table, and you're like, wow, I got paycheck in my rack and I got $100 and some out there. Just keep on going, right? You can actually have way more in excess wins with this play style because you got some right side action out there. So if we catch a good run, this thing can actually escalate the bankroll build quite a bit on a good run, and it does keep you relatively safe. It's fun. It's a fun way to play. It's more exciting than just waiting for don'ts to happen. So more on that later on. I'm going to do it kind of Johnny style today. I'm going to do a little bit of aggressive play on the don't, and a little bit more aggressive play up top. So we'll see. We'll take bigger swings at it today, and that'll be hopefully a little bit fun for you. So all right, let's get to the news of the day. Okay. Reminder, tomorrow night is Friday Night Fights with Craig and Corey. I'm going to be rolling bubble craps style tomorrow night, so you cannot get mad at me. I actually changed out the bubble. So here's the bubble that we're going to use. You'll notice that now it has red dice in it. I took the white Yahtzee dice out because I PSO'd like 11 times the other night, and somebody yelled at me to burn all the white dice. So I put reds in here. It still works. They still roll around. They're a little heavy, so we'll see about that. Anyway, there's the Friday Night Fight thing. So don't miss that. It's going to be an epic battle. It's Craig versus Corey. It's going to be super fun. Chris and Jeff, if either of you have a want to be the box, you can let me know now, and I'll get all the screens ready for that. But we can just make a decision today. Just put it in the group chat if you would. All right. Also in the news about last night. Let's talk about last night. All the things. Use the smaller regulation. The problem with this stupid thing, Jen, honestly, is the Yahtzee dice are perfect because they're round. They have the rounded edges, right? And I know it's not correct, Nemo. Don't correct me. These are sharp points. Even if they're the smaller ones, the sharp points, they don't roll around quite as much. So I may put the roundies back in there again. I also have some loaded red dice that have round edges. I also have smaller size, like round dice, like from a board game. So I may grab some of those and put them in here. But yeah, the whites are gone. We can change. We can change it up. Yeah, they do tear up the carpet a little, for sure. So I'm gonna probably get some rounds in there. Okay, about last night. Nima lost $1 million last night, and he writes in the chat, $1 million is not correct. Well, dude, how much did you lose last night? $600,000, whatever the hell it was. We'll have to have a chat someday. And maybe the next screen that I have things to talk about is more for you, but I'll give you a little bit of advice right now. And 30K, okay, that's more realistic. Losing $30,000 is more realistic, right? Randomly putting $7,000 on the number is not smart. And I know that you struggle. I know, and I'll talk to you in the vein of what you talked to Chiro. Chiro, I told you the story. Asked me once. He said, "Hey, people don't take me seriously. They think I'm the clown of the community." He used to say that, right? And he was kind of sad about that. And I said, well, you got to wear the face you want to be, right? If you want to be taken seriously, you got to be serious. If you want to be fun, and that's okay to be fun. It's okay there's nothing wrong with that, right? Everybody can't be serious all the time. If everybody's serious all the time, then the world's a boring place, right? You can't all be that, right? You either got to lean into who you are or lean into who you want to be. Nemo, you're all over the place with this stuff, right? You want to be taken seriously, yet you do things like lose $30,000 in 15 minutes on a craps table, right? You've got to be, if you want to be seriously talking about bankroll management, like you had videos on, you cannot go out there and take $30,000 and turn it into $29. You just can't do that, right? Just calling it out, right? If you want to not be ridiculed or treated like shark bait, I guess, to use your own language, either play seriously or embrace the fact that you're going to go out there and go nuts every day and just be that guy. Either be the guy that's going crazy or don't be shark bait. You got to make a choice. But that was a thing that I heard from multiple people last night. If multiple people are telling me, hey, boy, you should have seen LFC last night. Nemo did it again and he lost $1 billion. If that's your legacy that you want to be, then do it. That's on you. I'm just going to give you the advice here publicly. And everybody should hear that advice, right? Wear the face that you want to be out there in the world. Another genism for you, right? You got to put on the face that you want to be. And that doesn't mean put on airs and wear a different face. Some people I know that are neurodivergent, they wear a different face in public than in private because they feel like they have to. I tell people all the time, wear your own freaking face, but lean into it. Know your face. Lean into it. You got to go out there and be the person that you are confidently and boldly. That's a big thing. And if confidently and boldly is what you want to do, be a little bit woohoo, then do that. But don't run from it. Don't give me advice on bankroll management and then go out there and lose 50K. Please don't do that. That's what I'm asking you. Okay, what else happened last night? Alfredo finally got to 1,000. Alfredo, I love you, but can we stop with the road to 1,000 subscriber stuff? You're there now. I will tell you this. I'm glad you got there. All that said, it's a meaningless number. Like I told you privately this too. It's a nice ego boost to get to 1,000. It means nothing anymore. YouTube used to use that as the plateau to give you some ad revenue shares. They do that now at a way lower threshold. We can all make money at 500 subscribers. It doesn't matter. The number of subscribers does not matter. I know it matters like ego-wise. We care about that. But in the grand scheme of things, doesn't matter. YouTube cares about hours watched. They care about number of times a video gets watched. Matter of fact, if I watch a video for 3 minutes and it's a 10-minute video, they think that 30% of that video is what I watched. They actually don't care as much if I watch it 3 times. And sometimes I go back and I rewatch videos, pick up where I left off, or I'll watch from the beginning again. Waylon's stuff, a lot of times I'll watch 2 or 3 times because I'm trying to get the nuance of what he's doing. YouTube loves that. That's way more important to them, that the same person watches the same video 3 times because it was either that good or they needed to get something out of it. They like that better than me hitting the subscribe button. The subscribe button doesn't matter. The like button doesn't matter. The engagement on the video that matters is the comments and the watch time. That's all that matters, is engagements and watch time. When you do live videos only, like we do on this channel, like Alfredo does, it takes forever to get to 1,000. And you know, beating that drum forever, I'm glad you got there. And now let's stop that and let's get to the quality content. Let's get and elevate now that you're there. That's the important thing. All right. I just want to say that because I know you've been pushing. A lot of guys have push to get to $1,000. It doesn't matter anymore. The most important thing, and I'll have a whole screen here for YouTubers here in a minute. The important thing for YouTubers to remember is it's not about subscribers or likes. It's about what you're seeing right here. We have how many people on here right now? I got 59 people right here. Okay. That's what's important. It's not even that I'm saying amazing things. It's about, I love you. Hopefully you love me. And we're here every day together. The engagement, the connection that we have, that's what YouTube wants to see. Not that you're pressing buttons, right? It's that we're getting this every single day. That's what's important. And that's what grows the channel. That's what has YouTube putting our videos in front of people because they think that we're a growing bunch. It's not likes. Not about, this is not Instagram. We're not doing, we're not doing the dance. We're not doing the flossing to get views. I'm not running around my shirt off to get likes, right? It's quality content and it's hours watched. That's what it's about here. This is not flick and switch stuff. Remember that as a provider, okay? What else happened? Big AZ won, or Chiro won the Big AZ show last night. If you missed that, Crystal joined the chat. It was pretty cool. I got in there kind of late, but I caught the end of that. Thing was awesome. And just a little FYI, y'all got Genismed this week. I gave you a Genism last week about how Dad taught me how to debate. We would sit at the table for hours and he would just, I would be in tears sometimes, or I would be so mad. He would try and make me swear in front of him as a 13-year-old kid, right? Dad, right? But make you debate. He would make me defend my position. He would make me have an opinion, A, have a strong opinion, B, and not be afraid to defend it, right? All my life I grew up that way, and I did it with you guys this week, right? I took a very strong position 2 days in a row, and I was adamant about it. And what happened was you all came storming back. I met a new guy in chat this week, okay? Another statistician. It's gotten me reconnected with JB a little bit. We've been kind of not talking, but it's like, hey, we just, you're here for a little bit. We've been chatting all the time this week, right? I got reconnected with Michael Shackelford. I'm like, hey, I'm reaching out to the experts, right? It's really cool, right? It makes you research. It makes you question yourself, right? It's made me get on the phone with people like I'm talking to Ken today after the show, right? It made me get on the phone with Ed and have a little conversation. It made me do things that I didn't think I had to do, but I guess I needed to do, right? And hopefully it made you do some things too. So y'all got Genismed. That's what it's like, right? I literally am not going to sit here and go, hey, let's go, 64 across and play this way. Sometimes I'll do that, but really I want to challenge you to think a little bit and challenge your assumptions sometimes. I'm going to come out here and say things directly to Nemo, directly to Alfredo, and be like, look, when I see something, I got to call it out because everybody has to hear that message, right? It's not just at you, but it's for everybody. Y'all need to think about things, right? So let's look at my advice here to the YouTube crowd. Okay, this is, if you're not a YouTuber, you don't have to listen to this, but you probably should because there's important things in here, okay? If you're a new channel, and there are many of you who are starting channels, some of you have had channels for a year. We've talked in private, most of us, but I want to tell everybody what I'm telling my friends who have channels. And I think if you're watching this, this is for you, okay? Number one, the quality of your production matters to a degree. My screens, I spend a lot of time making these screens look like they do. I really do. I spend a ton of time because to me that quality matters, right? Does it matter to you as a watcher that my screens look like this versus Jeff's screens who are more square with the white outlines versus Chiro's screens who is literally, or Greg, who is just the camera on the table and then their voice in the background, the disembodied voice? Does that matter to you? On short form video, on shorts, it doesn't matter at all. Short form video should be a clusterfuck. It should be like not quality content. Shorts should be quick, dirty, selfie style videos, right? These videos here should be quality. Jeremy from Color Up, everybody loves him. Why? Because his videos are awesome, right? That's a big thing. But point two, your quality of content is what matters the most. I can have the prettiest screens in the world, right? But if I'm talking BS to you all day long, it doesn't matter a hill of beans, right? But nice looking screens and a nice camera that I got, and I'm getting better at the lighting thing, all those things combined with what I thought was a 45 minutes of gold yesterday, that is what the difference is. If you're a YouTuber, you want gold out there. Put out gold. Don't put out 3 hours of live shit. Put out gold. That's what's important. People need the gold. They need the gold and they want it in smaller nuggets, right? Be relevant. Another Genism. Be relevant. Don't be another fill in the blank guy. Don't be another, I'm going to interview this guy because that guy did. Don't be another, I'm going to run 18 strategies and compare them with each other. Don't be another, I'm going to do a bracket of strategies, right? Don't be another whatever, right? This is a great quote. This quote was out here this morning, actually on Craps Nation, Larry Holloway. I was going through Skype, and this is the last thing I saw before I started the show. Larry wrote, I don't know why he wrote this, but it's perfect for this slide. I just dropped it in here. It says, being unique. It's better to be unique than be the best, because being the best makes you number one. Being unique makes you the only one. Wow. Like, how cool is that? That's such great advice from Larry, and I don't even know Larry. I just happened to see it. Like, that's awesome, right? Be unique. And I saw that at about, I don't know, 7:55 this morning. I was like, man, that's really poignant. And then it makes you think about it, right? You have to internalize it. Go, am I being unique, or am I just being the best? I think I'm the best, and I think I'm unique. I have a little bit of ego problem, maybe, but I look at the Genism of be relevant, and I read it with Larry's being unique. That's those two theories combined to me are drivers, man. That's what makes this channel tick. That's what makes me tick. That's what makes us move forward. And for all you YouTubers, that's my advice to you. Have good production quality, but don't make it the only thing you care about. Make your content and what you're saying be golden and be relevant. Above all, I think being unique is where it's at. Being unique is where it's at. If you're a strategy creator, create great strategies and tell us why they work, right? If you're a strategy creator, don't be afraid to give us the gold and the bronze. Go out there with the gold of how my strategy is. Show me the bronze, or show me you not making it when it doesn't work well, right? You got to give me both sides. Give me gold. Give me great content. That's what I want to see. I want great. I want to learn something from you. I want to be engaged by you. Sometimes I want to be entertained by you. When I watched Mark the Point interview David, right? That was entertaining. I got something out of it, right? You always get something out of it when David talks, but it was entertaining. And that's what I want. I want entertainment along with. You find what I'm saying? Be unique, be the guide. Now, if you are not a YouTuber and you are a subscriber, listen up. And you YouTubers, listen to what I'm telling the subscribers here. Subscribers, learn, again, another genism, learn how to separate the fly shit from the pepper. Okay, that was another genism I gave you a few weeks back. Remember this, there's a lot of fly shit out there, there's a lot of pepper out there, it all looks the same. You need to learn how to separate that stuff out and get what you need. Get what you need. When you find the pepper, that's the channels you watch. That's the videos you bookmark. That's the ones you rewatch. By the way, when you bookmark a video, I've got a whole playlist of my own. It's a private one called Bookmarks. I have Watch Later and I have a Bookmarks one. When I find one that I think is great, I bookmark it for later. I got about 600 videos in my bookmarks list. When I travel on the airplane, I download those videos and I watch them. Find your gold, right? Find your gold. Separate the fly shit from the pepper and keep the pepper. YouTube likes it when you file the pepper away. It likes to know what you like. Remember that, okay? Engage, engage, engage. If you like a video, leave the comments. As a YouTube provider, we love comments. I don't care if they're negative. I don't care if you're swearing at me. I do get mad if you're swearing at other people. I banned people from the comment section for being jerks to other subscribers. You can call me every name you want to. YouTube loves the engagement. We love the engagement. If I do a video and I think it's provocative or I think it's informative and I get no comments on it, it's kind of soul crushing. I'd rather you tell me that you hated it or loved it or whatever. That means a lot to us. It shows us that you care, right? And it's a way for you to get to know us. Some of the friends I've gotten, Chiro's one of them. I met Chiro through the comment section of my videos way back before he started his channel. I've known Chiro for a long time through the comment section. That's how Greg and I got connected, through the comment section of his videos. And then I started a channel and we got to be much better friends. Comments are where we start to know each other. Discord's where we really get connected. Engage, engage, engage. Get into Discord with us. Talk to us, right? Remember this too. The boat that you're in will take you where you want to go. We can go with these channels anywhere. We're not on a road. We're on the ocean here. We can go anywhere we want to. Just don't piss the captain off or we will throw you overboard. But you'll notice that the ebbs and flows of things, right? For a while there, it was all about strategy. For a while there, it was all about betting. And it was all about, now it's all about trends. And the boat will take you where you ask it to go. We will follow you around with what you need to learn. Ask the questions. Engage with us. We will, as providers, do the things you all want to know about. I guarantee you that we will. That's why Crapsy went off the charts. Crapsy went crazy because you all wanted more and more and more Crapsy. So everybody did Crapsy, right? Because you asked for it. You demanded that we do it. We all did it. I'm off the Crapsy bandwagon. I'll play it once in a while. I use it as a tool, but honest to God, until Chuck and the Crapsy team re-engage with us, which I don't feel like they have, until I start seeing some motion from them, I'm not going to promote it until I see what I need to see from it. I'm just that guy. I'm a software developer. I see flaws. I've put myself out there multiple times and I've gotten nothing back. So until I start seeing some motion in there, I'm not doing it. I also feel like Crapsy has ruined a lot. What I see in Crapsy more often than not is people not betting the way they would bet at a table. I don't see that as a tool that's making anybody any better. I think it's making people, generally speaking, worse. We're racing to the top of the leaderboards, and we're not actually working on, if I was at a casino right now and John was throwing, how would I have done? We're not actually doing that. We're just trying to beat everybody else and stroke our egos. I'm against it. I'm against it. I know you all love it. This is the one place where I think me and this community will diverge a little bit. I'm against it. And that's why I'm not doing it. So there you go. Ray Phillips loves the pepper. We all love the pepper, baby. Love the pepper. And like I say all the time, there's pepper in videos, right? And there's people who are fly shit and pepper too. So remember that, all right? Now, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. I think I'm done. What do we have here? We have the Pacific Northwest meetup. I'm going to get on your shit again here. If you're coming to this thing, I know Corey's coming. If you're planning on coming, there's a Discord channel for it on our Casino Gaming TV Discord. Let's talk about it. We're working on rooms right now. Corey's trying to get an Airbnb. Ian and I have to know if you're coming, right? We're telling the casinos, you can expect 4 people or 20 people, right? That's going to determine the size of, length of, and duration of, and if we have it, a private table. They've agreed to give it to us, but we got to get people there, right? So I need to know how many are coming. I had to tell them we have 11 people coming or 13 people coming or 27 people coming. They have to know. I got to know soon. Get on the website, crapsforthecure.com, register. It's $25. It's $25 to just let us know you're coming. We buy you a hat. We just designed the hats yesterday. Actually, Ian and I did. And let us know. Please let us know so we can get an accurate count. That's what I want to know. Maybe nobody else. Maybe it's just me and you. Maybe it's just me, you, and Corey and Ian. That's it. I've got like 25 people from this area that I know are going to come. Like our local group is going to be there. Jeremy for sure is going to be there. So it's going to be me, Ian, Jen's wife, Jeremy from Color Up, and Corey. Galen R is going to be here, I know. I think Jason D is coming up from Oregon. I think somebody else from Oregon is coming up. There's at least 9 people coming. But I got to get you all registered. If you're going to come, register so I know. I got to give the casino a account. And that's it. That's it. I think that's all the news. That was a half an hour of me just yamming. All right. Let's go 6, 7, 8. Let's go 6, 7, 8. Let's see. What does this say? Would you, John? Oh, yeah. You want me to do some more wind craps? Yeah, I got to do some more wind craps. I got to do some more wind craps programming. I will get to that at some point. Maybe we'll do another week or maybe like, I can't do a full week of it. We'll do like random days here where I break it down. Wind craps programming is not terribly difficult, but it's not terribly intuitive either. So it's hard, but I'm a big believer in that program and what it helps us. It helps us work ourselves law of big numbers wise, which you have to embrace. Matter of fact, there's going to be a show that I do here. We've done trends and variants and all that stuff. I do want to do another one of these longer form shows where I dive into law of big numbers versus short time play, because there's a big interest in that. And I think a lot of the back and forth I had with people this week about trending was you play in the short window, not a long window. Well, and it's true to a degree, but in your session is a short. You're always in a short session at a casino, and that short session, the variant is way wider than it is law of big numbers style. When you string your sessions together and you've played 10,000 rolls, you can look at your life in that term, and that's the reality of it. But at the casino, there is a shorter 72 to 100 roll window that you're probably playing in. The variance, a 1% variant or 2% variant there is way more impactful than it is here. And I think we have to talk about that because it definitely is a thing that we got to get into. So I think that's all. I don't see any more comments here. I think every comment that's been made, I've addressed. Let's see. Talking about square edges, making a mess of my thing. Yes, I will. You're selling John masks. Why am I selling? Oh, that is funny. That is funny. The money made is a joke. I made $60. I made nothing so far, Ken. I will get to making money. I hope so. All right, let's do it. Let's play some 6, 7, 8. Let's go to my table. Before I do, I'm going to roll this out, and I'm going to, again, this is going to be 6, 7, 8 without rules, okay? The rules are going to be this. I'm going to play the line a little more aggressive. So when I play 6, 7, 8 here, there's always this question, I think, 6, 7, 8 style of what should be the leverage of the don't pass versus the box numbers. We'll talk about that at the table. We're going to make some decisions here. What leverage should you have there? Jacob says, your every bet should win about the same. So if $100 don't, you should have about $75 across. So all those bets are making about 21 to 25 bucks. The don't makes 25 bucks when those bets lose. That's a good ratio. The Greg way of playing it is just keep your don't small, 25 and 30, right? And work the don't as the don't. Let the box numbers hit and regress below leverage, right? What I'm going to do today is probably play a little closer to 1-to-1. And do a little bit of an early aggression on the box and then come down fully on the box. I'm going to play it a little bit more like that. I may jump in Philly special style early. I don't know what I'm going to do just yet. I want to give you the options. I want to show you a way to play the hybrid, less hybridy, it'll be way more volatile for sure. I know that going in here, but I think that having the opposing forces gives me the chance to do some of that. So we're going to try and get a little bit of a street catch on the dark side, and a little bit of a long run catch up on the light side, and that's it. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to me, Ken. Sorry about that. You know what? This is the problem. When I read the comments, I sometimes catch them up out of context. So, all right, here we go. Let's go to the table. Let's go down there. I'm going to zoom in to the big board. Let's put the light on, and yeah, let me. There it is. Let me change the gamma on that just a little bit. I'm going to talk about quality. Watch this. I'm going to make one settings change. and check it out. We're gonna make the table a little bit yellower, and I'll let you see the backboard a little bit. See how that changes things? A little bit of a color change there makes the table look a little bit better, I think. So there we go. All right, let's hop in. Let's do it. This is gonna be a little bit more aggressive on the 6, 7, 8. $1,000, probably not enough, but let's play it out that way anyway. I'm gonna start with $100 on the don't pass, okay? Which typically means we're gonna have something up here in the box that matches about that. I'm gonna go a little bit higher than that at first, okay? Here we go. Let's catch a point first. I'm gonna catch a 6 as a point. So I'll be off the 6 for a minute here. And what I'm gonna do is the equivalent, let's add it up as I go. We're gonna go 110 or the equivalent of 110 inside, whatever I can do based on point. That's 75, 80 bucks inside with $100 don't. All right, I'm also gonna grab $15 each on the 4 and 10. There's a reason for that. I'm gonna try and the 4 and 10 I look at, and I'm gonna show you kind of how I like to play across with this. With Eddie, when I'm going across, this is kind of my theory. I like the inside up and down if I can get to it. That's my new way of playing kind of the 130. I don't want to miss out on 4s and 10s. The 4s and 10s, I will not regress. They're just gonna go. They're just gonna go from 15, they're gonna go to a quarter, and then we're gonna start pressing them through. They're gonna run a separate little gambit up in here. The insides, we're gonna go up and down on the insides. My goal is to pull $100 off this table as fast as humanly possible. I wanna cover that bet as fast as possible. I wanna cover the don't pass, especially when I'm fighting the 6. So our goal here is gonna be as many rolls as it takes to get $100 off this freaking table. I'm gonna try and do a press and pull on the inside if I can do it. Okay, here we go. Let's just stay off the 6 if we can. We catch a 7 here, we're gonna lose, essentially, there's 80, there's 90, there's 100, we're gonna lose 10 bucks on a 7, on an early 7. That's gonna be the risk that we really take early, okay? The don't pass, if we catch wins, I'm gonna progress the wins. I can also progress losses. I can play this down here like a 32, where I play a loss progression type of thing. Today, I'm gonna go pure positive. I'm gonna just same bet the black as often as I can to try and catch a little run if I can. Now my rack is wrong because I've got 110 out there. I got to take $200 out of the rack and get 90 and change. So the rack is actually corrected. There we go. 100 here, 110 here, 90 here. Let's go. Here we are. We're on a point of 6. Now, I'll show you kind of in slow motion the moves that I want to make here. If they work out, they work out. This is what's going to go to the big table. There's an 8. Okay, that's going to pay 35 bucks. So there's 30, 15, 30, and here's 5. Okay, it's an easy press for me on the inside. Okay, with only 3 numbers to bet, it's $10 here, it's $10 here, and it's $12 here. Okay, $34 pressure is what you say to your dealer on the inside. Boom, they all get jacked up. Okay, again, I'm looking for a second inside hit as fast as possible, and we're going to go down to 3-unit bets on each of those numbers. That's my goal, right? Again, we may catch a 7 here, and we may never get to the goal, but that's going to be our goal. Okay, 1, 2, 3 doesn't matter. There's an 8, so we do get our second inside hit. Now here's, right, this is perfection, right? We got a $42 8. We're going to drop 1 and get 50 for that. Okay, 50 for 1 on all these numbers. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to bring it all down. $15 on the 9, $15 on the 5, right there. And we're going to go $18 on the 6. I'll take 3, 18 bucks on the 6, or on the 8 rather. And now I am the equivalent of 96 across minus the 6. What I've pulled back from that, there's 125 bucks. Remember, we're out here for what? We're out here for 110 inside, plus 30 on the outside. We're out there for, not 110, we're out there for 80. We're out there for 110, right? Here's my 110, plus 15 bucks. We're covered. As a matter of fact, if I take those greens, make them a black, I can put one of my black chips back in the rack. I can take these 4 greens and put a black chip back in the rack. I know right now, I have 900 in the rack. I've got, what is this, 81 across out here, right? Is it 81 or 78? Whatever it is, 78 across out here. And this, right? There is my starting bankroll. There is my paycheck. Okay, that's pretty cool to know. My leverage here is great. This bet is very powerful now. If I get a 7 now, it's essentially a full $100 in profit because I did a regression. If I catch a good run here before the 7, I'm in great shape. If I catch a 6 here, big time bummer, but I've got paid for bets out here and I'll just keep playing the paid for bets. That's how I would do this. Okay, here we go. There's my 7. Okay, so we're gonna lose the up tops, which sucks. Right? And what that actually is 75, 78 bucks. Okay? The net here is about $25 when you take those into account. But remember, we pulled it back. Starting bankroll's in shape. I got $100 in profit on that deal. Pretty cool. If I'd only played the don't, I'd have the exact same profit. Right? This was a chance at glory. Right? That's the 6, 7, 8. Maybe we get a good run, we can hammer the thing. This is like, okay, you didn't get the good run, whatever, you made $100, let's try it again. Okay, now, because the don't pass won, the don't pass wins again. We're gonna go and stack the don't. Now, I could stack it for a quarter, which is probably the smarter move, okay? I do wanna hammer the streak down there, right? I wanna catch a little bit of a run. So a little positive progression, not the worst thing in the world to do. Let's go, let's catch a new point, okay? Again, at the $100 level, with a $1,000 bankroll, that's the press you make down here. If this is a $5,000 bankroll, this down here is a full black chip, right? That's a bankroll decision that I'm making because I'm light in the bank. I can't full press blacks every single time, but I'll put some greens up there and bump it up. If I had 5K, for sure, that's a black on black right there. Here we go. That's give me 11, which is sucky, right? Now I did a press. I'm not going to stay. This is not a Latterson. We gave it a shot, didn't work out, whatever. If I would have kept on winning, though, we would have kept that thing going. All right, now we're back on the 5. Same exact set of bets. Okay, I think I don't have enough money here, but let's. I think I'm going to get some change. Matter of fact, I know I have to get some change, but let's go. 3 on the 10, 3 units on the 4. I don't know why I made change. 25 on the 9. Let's break that into quarters. Let's go 6 and 8 for 30 each and bring this back to the rack. All right. Again, I like to look at my numbers, right? I'm 3 black chips down in total, right? I got a black chip here, I got a black chip there, and I got a black chip with all the change. So we're effectively okay. We lost that one bet, not a big deal. Let's have the same inside press and pull happen. It'd be great if it did, wouldn't it? Here we go. We got a 6. All right, there's one of them. Same move, 35 bucks. Let's put it out there. There's 30. There's 5. $10, $12, $12. Change. $34 inside press. Everything in here pays 50 for 1. Let's catch an inside hit. Right, the goal here is 2 inside hits. It's basically a skill 66 that I can get out of. There is a 1, the same as last time, right? A 1, 2, 3 on the second roll. Let's get out of the damn horn, shall we? There's the 7. So it didn't work. We got it. That was I rolled that. It was a 7. 6, 1, 7. Right here again. We didn't get paid in here, which sucks. I'll take this back down. Let's look at the impact of that. Okay, we've got. From our original bets, 75, 85, 95, 105, plus the caps, 115. We get paid $100 down there. Our net is minus 15 bucks effectively. Okay, I'll take the 115 from my rack, right? I'll put that back out here. If I have to adjust the bets based on the next point, I certainly will. Because they don't pass 1, the don't pass goes up, and let's go, right? That was a negative outcome for us. In the end, there's a 9. Just gonna move this over here, and our bet size is the exact same. Okay, we're still okay. About $100 here, 100 and change there. That puts us back to essentially bankroll neutral. Let's catch something besides this. Another PSO. It is what it is, right? Again, 115 out there. We win 125. Right? We actually won $10 that time. So what I'm going to do here is this. We're going to take that and stack it up. I'm going to take 125 $10 change, and reset the bets. We're back out here at the same level. A little bit of power down here. I'm going to increase that don't, right? A little parlay press style here. It's more of a up and pull than anything else. There's a 5 again. There's my 5. There's that. Let's catch a run. 6, 3, 3, 3, 3, 6. So you guys know the drill already. See, you're well-trained monkeys right now. There's $35, right? Boom, 35 bucks. We know it, 34 inside press. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, $2 change. Let's get an inside number and increase our power here. Another one. Now, have you guys seen a trend here, by the way? Every single shooter has set a point, hit an inside number, and hit the 3. That is a pattern, right? Is that my lizard brain trying to find patterns where none exist? Is that me trying to find a trend? It's not, folks. It feels like a trend. And I know that you could have said in chat, hey, if he does that again, I'm going to hop no. Complete happenstance. Hey, there's a 10, a 6, 4, 10. Now watch. On the outside numbers, right? $27 win here, right? That goes right to a quarter. There's my vig. I'm going to take the 15 bucks back. 4 and 10, they get played like independent animals. They're just there not to have FOMO. They're not part of the regression. They're just going to be always on the upswing. 6, 2, 8. Okay, so we hit it. 50 for 1. Booyah. You know the drill. We're going to come down to 18 bucks on these guys. I'm going to have to drop a nickel to the 9 and $2 for the 6 and 8. Now they're at 18 and 15. There is the 115 we had across plus a little bit extra if I make this a black chip, like I like to do. Boom. That is hooked up. Right now we've got 800, 900, about $1,000. There's a little bit of profit out here. Not a lot, a little bit. Now we just go. Now we can have some fun. Okay, there's an 8. 18 plays 21. We're gonna drop a buck and make it go right to 30. I wanna get right to green. Quickly as you please, we'll go to green. And we'll do a collect on green. And then we're gonna start half pressing from there. I wanna get greens back in the rack, quick as I can, and then we'll start half pressing. There's the 7. Didn't work out, we got 10 bucks out of that thing, but look at this, 150. Boom, 150 down below. And by catching now 3 wins in a row on the don't, right? We did all right. Let's make that a black chip. Starting bankroll, profit. Now we're at 140 and 145 in profit. Okay, we still haven't caught a run yet, right? We're kind of treading water here, but being aggressive down here, we've caught 3 wins. If I was stacking the blacks every time like I'd like to do, that would be $300 extra in profit. I like to stack the blacks. When I catch a streak, right, and again, you don't know what's coming, but if you happen to catch a 3 in a row streak down here in the don't and you're stacking, your risk is only the first unit. Your reward is potentially $300 or $400 on the end of that thing. I love playing the don't that aggressive way. To me, this and this is 2 separate things. Sometimes they collide and you make nothing or lose 10 bucks. Sometimes, now we're at a 150 down here. Every time this happens, we make money because we're leveraged against this every time. Now we're gonna be okay. Sometimes this thing here is gonna go gangbusters. You're gonna catch a 25 roller, and if you lose that, so what? Because you made 500 bucks up here, right? That's the risk you take, but I think playing this thing aggressively, and again, they're going right to green, 4 and 10. We're gonna go up and down to lock our load in, and then we're gonna go right to green as fast as we can, and then we'll collect, and then we'll half press to the ceiling, right? Nice, simple 130 across play. Simple 130 across is that to me, right? Get to green, up and down, get to green, half press, half press, half press, half press, and get it going. That's the Johnny way of playing the 6, 7, 8. That's what we're gonna do in the garage today. We're gonna work this way. We've seen the Jacob, which is a little more conservative. We've seen the Greg, which is really conservative down here, right? And it's just a 6 and 8, so there's no spreading out. This is my way of playing across with a little bit of don't protection, and then hopefully a switch to the right side, on a good run. That's what I want to see. So there it is, guys. That is the plan. That is the plan for the paycheck today. It is 8:57. I got to be out in the garage in about 8 minutes. So let's come back over here real quick. Turn the light off and come back here, and we will just wrap it up here. There are no other questions that I can see. No questions that I can see in the thing other than Jen saying, like the baby bump on the DP. Again, the baby bump on the DP is really good. Let me go back. I want to show you something real quick because this is a really important thing that I do. And I'll show it to you at green level. The parlay press move is what I want to be. Let's pretend we were at green, okay? I'm going to show you what 3-4 in a row looks like the way I play it, okay? On the first win, you stack the entire thing. That's win number 1, okay? On win number 2, you win 2 units, right? Because you parlayed it. That's a collect. And now you stay at your last bump level, right? That was win number 2, okay? On win number 3, watch this. You win 4 units or 2 units, right? And you stack it. That was the 3rd win. Now on the 4th win, and again, not uncommon to win 4 in a row on the don't, it's $100. You bring it back, your next level is 3. So you always bump up your base by 1 unit. At all of this, there's 7 units in profit in the 4 rolls. There's 250, right? You're only at risk for the first one, right? Because you're stacking. This one here's the one that's at risk. If you don't catch the 3rd one, you lost a quarter trying it, right? I like that way of trying to catch a little bit of a run on the don't, if I can do it. Our way here with 125 in that same scenario, okay? The first one you win 1 1/4. It's an up and pull. Now we won 150. And again, it's up and pull. Now you win 175, and it's up and pull, and look where you are. You're at basically $400 in profit, $200 out in the felt. If you want to run for the hills, right, there's your initial one. You're at 3,475. That's a beautiful way to play the don't, right? And I know that a lot of guys, Darksider in specific, I'm not sure if he's here today or not, but a lot of people don't like the big flat don't bets. I like the big flat don't bets as they increase from your core, if that makes sense to you, right? So if your don't increases from base and your base stays the same, you're only ever risking the base. You're not risking new stuff out of your rack. And when you catch a run and you can stack like this or you can stack like this, big power in that. Big power in that. I told you yesterday, trend is not a thing. There's no such thing as a trend. It is streaky. Don't pass is very streaky. Remember, trend implies energy or motion or mechanics behind it to push it. Nothing is pushing that trend. It's just randomness. Therefore, it's a streak. It feels the same. Your brain might categorize it the same way, but there's a difference there. So when you catch a little streak or a run or a cluster like that, I think, and I was talking to Shackelford about this yesterday, about trends and variance and all that kind of stuff. And he said, unprompted, the exact same thing I've been saying, which is variance in outcomes is one thing. He said, where you make your money in this game, in any game, we didn't use craps. I used gambling as the example, not craps. Where you make money in any game is variance in your bets. If you're flat betting, you're going to get killed. The house edge will destroy you. If you are in a streak of outcomes and you're variant betting the outcomes, you're variant betting in that streak like we just did here, that's where you make the extra money. 3 in a row to a flat better, 3 in a row to an up and puller, 2 totally different outcomes, right? I think that's magic in that. There's magic in variance betting. I think that could be another topic for a show too. So there it is. Hope that makes sense. Again, the trend, the T word, let's stop using the word trend. Please, let's all stop using that word. Streaks, clusters, they're the more accurate ways to describe what you see. There is no trend, there is no pattern, there are streaks, and there's no causality in a streak. And that's, my friend Darksider, what I got to say about that. That is my final thought right there. Let's remove that word from our language, please. No more talk about trends. They are streaks, and they happen, and we should bet them hard when they do, or run from them when they aren't going in your favor. That's the word of the day, folks. Streak betting. Love y'all. It's 9 o'clock. I'm almost late for my second show. Give me 5 minutes. I'll probably start the paycheck at 9:10. I'm out of coffee. This is all empty. So make a new cup. I'll see you out there. Wish me luck in the garage today. For everybody else who won't be there in the garage, love you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hearing me bitch all morning and every day. I promise I will not be a bitch moving forward. It's been a week. It's been a lot of week, and I got a lot of this going on. So that said, I'll see you. Thanks. Love y'all. God bless, and bye-bye.